Hey there, good looking. Join me for this functional lower body strength workout. Listen, we are not only going to hit all of the muscles of the lower body, we're also going to get in some great bone building, in particular the lower lumbar as well as the femoral neck. And we're also going to challenge your core and your balance. So this is a great all-around strength workout. Now we're performing this workout as a drop set training. Now what does that mean? If you're unfamiliar with that, well, that means that we're going to drop the weight down but stay with the same exercise with little rest in between. And then we move on to a whole new exercise. See, the beauty in this is that your muscles tend to find the magic or the strength near the end of our set, right? When it's nearly fatigued. So here, we're just going to keep on pushing that muscle, but yet drop our intensity so that you can push through any strength plateaus and reach new strength heights with this workout. For equipment, please grab what you consider are a pair of moderate and heavy dumbbells. For reference, I have a pair of 15s and 20s. You'll also need a chair or bench. And then completely optional, but nice to have, is a booty band for the end. We're going to do a little hip finisher, as well as a yoga block. All right, let's go get warmed up. All right, before we get started, if you'd like to track your fitness with a watch, press start now. For reference, I use the strength setting on my Apple Watch. All right, we're gonna head down on the mat and start warming up down there and then work ourselves to standing. Get in a bridge position, heels hip width and close to the bum, arms down by your side, and then bend the elbows so you have what I call robot arms. From here, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, don't flare the rib cage, slowly lower. So, by lifting the hands off, we kind of get away from a habit of pushing off the ground with the hands. And we want to focus on really tightening the glutes and waking those up and activating them for the workout to come. Back of the neck is long. Nice, easy breath. Last 4. 3. 2. Now here, I want you to lift and hold it here for me. Beautiful. Now let's add some single leg drills to prepare ourselves for those coming up. Drive one knee in for a march, lower down, other knee. So now you may want to bring your feet closer together and no longer hip width. We want to keep those hips up high still, pushing through that heel that's on the ground. And then as we drive the knee in, we're also getting a little bit of quad and hip flexor. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lower down. Bring the arms up, knees up, dead bug position. Draw the belly button in. Keep that neutral spine. Lower one arm, opposite leg. Back to start. Other side. So the knees are going to end over the hips, the hands over the shoulders, and then we lower the heel and the thumb to the ground. Breathing, not holding the breath. And once again, making sure that we can maintain that lower lumbar spine so it's got a little bit of curve. We're not pushing it into our mat. So if that's really challenging for you, why don't you decrease your lever length? So don't straighten the leg anymore. Just keep it bent and lower with the bent knee. Warming up into the core here and definitely into the hip, right? Let's get in one more each side. Last one. Excellent. All 4s for me. Let's get into those extensors of the spine in addition to our glutes. Plug the wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers wide, grip the mat with the fingertips, take some pressure off of those wrists, knees apart under hips, and then extend one arm, opposite leg, reach it, lower down. Now, as I extend the arm, I'm going to turn the thumb so it points up to my ceiling. As I extend my leg, I'm going to try and keep it, or as best as I can judge, because I can't see it, level to the ground. So I'm not flinging my limbs up. I'm placing them. I'm aware of where my spine is. I'm trying to keep my hips squared. And then you'll just gaze at the top of the mat. One of the reasons we don't have music in my workouts is because I want to coach you and cue you, just like we are in a class. So you shouldn't have to look at me too much. I should be able to verbalize to you exactly where you need to be. Last 4. 3, 2, 1 more. Excellent. Come into a stand position. All right. Take the one leg. I want you to pretend you've got a little fence here and you're stepping over the fence. and then back, other side, getting deeper into that hip joint. See if you can really drive that elbow up for me. So today's workout, we have 3 sets of the same exercise. We start with 30 seconds of work, lifting as heavy as we can, and then we get rid of half of that weight and do it for 40 seconds. And then we complete it with body weight only for 50 seconds. We then get a 30-second recovery because it's super important that muscles are fully recovered so that we can load them back up again nice and heavy for the next exercise. 1 more each side. Last one. Excellent. Let's give a single leg swing up and then other side. We're trying to get that foot up there, just feeling that nice pull in the hamstrings. If you have tight hamstrings like I do, maybe a bent knee feels a little better. I can still feel that hamstring, getting that dynamic stretch, but it makes it just a little easier for me to lift the leg up. Let's go for 4. And 3, 2, and 1. Feet apart, toes turned out, push your bum rear like you're gonna sit in a chair and then drive to stand. Now, I want you to pretend you have a logo on your shirt, or maybe you do. I want you to keep that logo upright to the ceiling. Beautiful, keep going. Sometimes I see squats like this, and that's because your ankles or your hips are quite tight. So your body's compensating by squatting and from the waist area, not necessarily from the ankle, knees, and then hips. So I want you to try to keep that chest proud. And then if you've got some distance between the wall and the ceiling in front of you, take a look at where the wall and ceiling meet. Knees track with that second toe. Now pretend you're on a piece of newspaper and you're trying to split that newspaper apart, and that's going to fire up your outer hip, making those hip muscles help those knees track better. Let's go for 2 more here. Last one. Whew, excellent. All right. So let's grab a sip of water. We're going to get started for our first one. It's a goblet squat. So we are focusing on quads on this one. Actually everything's working, but it is more quad dominant. Remembering, because we are lifting, we are also going to get a ton of core involved. So our first move is going to be double heavy dumbbells for 30 seconds. And then we drop 1 weight and immediately go into it for 40. And then body weight only for 50. And then we get a 30-second break, okay? Yes. So, you ready? No? Come on. All right. Timer's going. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Here we go. Feet wide, toes turned out, drop it down, chest is proud. So a goblet squat means that we're going to keep that upper body a little bit more upright. So maybe you can sink it down a bit deeper. For 30 seconds, you're probably looking between 8 to 12 reps. I want you to think slow and think about depth. When that timer goes, we'll get rid of 1 weight and just keep going for 40 seconds with half the load. And that's a drop set training workout. Time. Here we go. Now we can hold it goblet style here. Good. So I've got a few drop set workouts on Over 50 Fitness because you guys love them, and I love that you love them because it is a true strength workout. They're not easy, but gosh, they work. Knees track with that second toe, chest lifted. 40 seconds here, keep the tempo. When we hear the timer go, we can get rid of the weight and we continue with body weight only for the last set. Heart rate's gonna elevate, right? We're working all those big, no weight now. We're working all those big muscles, and those big muscles demand, when they're working, more pump from your heart. So your breathing is gonna be elevated. After this, we get 30-second break. Now this is body weight only, maybe, just suggesting it, we can pick up the tempo, but we're not decreasing that depth. Try to get down deep, knees tracking with second toe. Bum goes back like we're trying to find a chair. And then we get a 30-second break. It's a long 50 seconds. Time. All right, 30 seconds. Now, We're going to drop down to those moderate weights. Grab on, if you've got it, the yoga block. If you don't, no worries. Your foot will be on the ground. We have a weighted one-legged bridge. Same idea. 2 weights, 30 seconds. 1 weight, 40. No weight, 50. Whew. Pick a leg. I'm going with my left, heel close to my bum. Whew. Other legs up in the air. Double up the dumbbells. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Whew. Oh yeah. Hello, glutes. So I'm holding on the weight so they don't roll into my face because, you know, that would hurt. Don't do the same thing as I am. As I mentioned, 8 to 12 good reps. Focusing on using the glute, you'll feel a bit of hamstring, but if you feel the hamstring cramping, drop a dumbbell, keep going. If you feel the hammy cramping, get the heel closer to the bum. If it's still cramping, drop the weight. It just means the glutes aren't doing their job and the hamstrings are trying to do all the work. So it's best that we dial it back, get the exercise, get the right muscles fired up, and then we can load up once we've taught that glute of yours to recruit. Woo! Timer goes, we get rid of the single dumbbell, and we're here for 50 seconds. Now, the yoga block's adding a little bit more intensity because it's allowing us to get up a little higher. Whew. No weight, let's go. 50 seconds, robot arms. Remember, we're not pushing off of those hands. No way. I know you would never do it. I'm just saying, some people may. Whew. This is good. Remember, 30-second break after this, and then we'll kill the other side. Breathe it. Time. Holy cow, hey? Yeah, so we're just gonna lie here and enjoy these 30 seconds. If you got the yoga block, maybe shift it a little bit over. Place that other foot on if you did the same side as me, so now our right foot's on. Whew, all right, everybody, let's get both dumbbells on top of the hips. All right, 30 seconds heavy, other leg is up. Ooh, we're not going until, there we go, that timer goes. Timer's gone, let's go, lift, 8 to 12 reps, let's go. It's hard to hold 2 dumbbells. I feel your pain, I'm with you. Timer goes, we get rid of 1 weight. Feel the glute. If it's all hamstring, get rid of 1 weight. Get the heel in closer. If it's still all hamstring, get rid of the weights. Focus on being able to fire up the glute. All right, 1 dumbbell. Go. Now, the great thing about the bridge is we're giving the knees a bit of a break. We go back to standing position after this one. This exercise. Oh, gosh. You know what? I'm really loving this type of drop set training. I've never done it to film before. I've only done it with reps with clients. But I'm loving this. Let's do more. Oh, that was such an evil trainer laugh. Oh, we learned that in school. Time. Here we go. Body weight only, 50 seconds. Yeah, there's a whole entire course on evil giggles. Mm-hmm. And cheesy motivational lines. Okay, come on, you guys. Lift those hips. We can grab a quick water after this. We're moving on. I just have you know, though, that I passed the evil giggle lesson. I failed the cheesy motivational line one, though. Again, totally pulling your leg. Come on up. All right, grab a sip of water. Oh gosh. Whew. Quick sip though, we only have 30 seconds. All right, it's a split squat now, or lunge. You go as deep as it feels comfortable for your knee joint. We are now going to pop up back to our heavies. One in each hand, feet hip width. Left foot back, keep that left foot hip width. Shoulders back and down. Whew, take it down as deep as you can. My advanced people, if you can get that knee to just brush your ground, beautiful. Whew. Whew. Now, after 30 seconds, we're going to get rid of the right arm dumbbell. Okay, so just giving you a heads up. Yeah, you're gonna feel glute too, right? Yeah, you're welcome. So lunge, whew, here we go. Other one arm, left arm only. Other arm, place it just behind the ear. So lunge is a bigger movement pattern than say the bridge. So now we may get 8 in the 30 seconds, and now we may get 10 to 12 in. Bigger the movement pattern, obviously, right? The less reps we'll do. When the timer goes, no weight, body weight only, and it will burn. But then we're done. We're done with the side. Okay, so smiles on. Get that steely look in your eyes and let's go. Body weight only. Hands up, let's go. Hands are light behind my ears, not pushing my head forward. So if you find you're doing that, let's get those arms down then. I just want the arms up just for a little bit of challenge here for your balance. We get another 30-second break after this. So now we may get closer to 12, 13 reps. I'm not counting, but some of you like to know your reps, so you know, time, how I am with counting. All right, whew. Yeah. Okay, we got the other side now. So same idea, okay? And again, take it at a depth that feels good for your knee joint. If that is a micro bend, then that's where we're at. And we'll work towards a deeper lunge. Whew. All right, dumbbells. Left leg in front, right leg back. Still stay hip width apart for that balance. Take it down, knee to ground if you can. But again, I encourage you, just take it at a depth that feels like you're challenging the muscles without pain in the joint. So that may have some of you wondering, well, should I go heavier and less depth or lighter and more depth? Lighter and more depth, please. When we're done, we'll get rid of the left hand dumbbell. Oh, I'm making those lifting faces. Let's go left, down, and keep going. Hand can go, maybe it's going at the temple. Maybe that feels better for you than light behind the ear. Or maybe you just like, forget it, PJ, hand on hip. So if you want stronger bones, this is one workout that's going to give it to you. Remembering that the strength of our bones, strengthening the bones depends on site where we're training. Okay, so this will get femoral neck and body weight only and lower lumbar. So it's not going to get our shoulders and our wrists. We'll target that next week. I got a whole plan for you. Stick with me. Whew. Heart rate is going. Sweat is dripping. We get a break coming up. Whew, break. Oh, All right, we need the chair bench now, dropping down to the moderate sized dumbbells. One-legged squat, very functional movement pattern. Whew, okay. Now, for those of you that aren't ready for a true one leg, you're going to kickstand. Put 20% of the weight on that kickstand leg, 80% on the other leg. Everybody else, let's start with left. Now let's start with the right. Right foot on the ground. Left. Lower down. Don't plunk. Drive up. I'm going to try my dumbbells up. That's working better for me, but you play around with it. They can be down by your side for sure. Again, bigger movement pattern here. So we're going to get fewer reps in for this 30. Whew, I got to kickstand a little bit when I come up. All right, one dumbbell only. Dumbbell held close to the body. Pushing through the heel to drive up. Staring at something stationary for the balance. I'm not sure if I said this in the intro, but this ain't your grandma's workout. A lot of you, body weight only, come to me because I got workouts that'll challenge you when you have osteoporosis or osteoarthritis. Because you can still be challenged. It's a smart and effective way. That's why there's no music in our videos. It's super important to me that I verbally cue you. I'm here for you. I'm not here to do my own workout. All right, I'm not putting on some music and just going at it. I'm here to help coach you get fitter, stronger, healthier. Oh gosh, I'll be real happy when we get that break. Hopefully it's coming soon. Until then, we just keep going. There we go, time. Woo. Quick step, we're on our last exercise. And then we'll cool it down a bit and move into that side hip finisher, which won't be done in a drop set style. Don't worry. All right. Left foot. Arms down by your side or racked. Focus your stare on something stationary. I'm not ready for this, are you? Oh gosh, timer's like, doesn't matter if you're ready, you're doing it. Listen, we're just gonna fake it until we make it, okay, crew? That's how I do so much in my life. First big public speaking event, I'm like, okay, let's just fake it until I make it. I'm not sure I've made it yet, but I faked it pretty darn good. First online workout, one dumbbell only, faked it till I made it. So, one weight only. Again, you got that option. We can kickstand. Trying to put the least amount of weight in the kickstand leg. It's just there to help you a little bit and perhaps provide some balance. Trying to get that left leg to do the work. Maybe you're like me. This is my weaker side. So she's really not happy with me right now, but she will be when we're done and she's no longer the weaker side. So I need a little longer break when I sit here. I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with that with you. No weight now. Because we'll get faster as we get stronger. This is it. Last one. Yes. Go us. Focus your stare. Get that balance. As we get tired, our balance muscles deplete. They're not there like they were at the beginning. So you really got to focus, okay? We are so close. Come on, you. time. Oh, my goodness me. High five. Yeah, we deserve it. Whew. High five. Well done, you. Whew. Move your chair, bench, or move yourself out of the equation. Move your dumbbells. We're going to cool it down a bit. Let the heart rates come down. You know, mine's up at 128 before we lie down for our finisher. Okay, so cheers. So if that is your first time doing a drop set training, principal, hey, you did it. There's all sorts of different ways you can do it. You can stay with the same time and then just keep dropping the weight down. Whew. There's a couple of those that I've done. So this is why today I chose to try something a little different with you. As I said, I've done it with in-person clients before. Whew. Never done it with the time version. That was fun. Especially the bridges. I really got at the end. Got the glutes. All right, just heel tap. Now here's the key, you guys. I ideally want you 100 beats or lower before I lie you down. So if you're wearing a watch, heart rate monitor of any kind, and you're not under 100 beats, and we head down, and this goes for any workout, just push pause. Walk around the house a little bit. Let the heart rates come down. One of the reasons is for blood pressure stabilization. So we're just trying to get the heart rate down so that your blood pressure stabilizes. If you've ever done a stress test, that's how they stress your heart, isn't it? They get you going as hard as you can, then they lie you down. So this is not a stress test. So please let that heart rate come down. Push pause if you need to. All right, we're gonna get busy with that finisher. Booty band is optional, so grab one more sip of water and let's get started. All right, side hip finisher, booty band optional. 3 exercises, 45 seconds on the clock, 1 round. So 3 exercises per side of the hip though, so 6, but 1 round. If you're using the booty band, we're just gonna keep it above the knee for the entire time. Lying on your side, pick a side, doesn't matter. Well, I write down on that bicep for me, bottom leg bends, top leg is straight. Now I want you to push the heel behind you so you're in what we call hip extension. Lean forward, lead with the heel, and lift up. So I have my hand in front of me because I'm kind of leaning forward and I need to place that hand there so I don't fall all the way forward. That's where I want you. Quite often people are quite upright on this and their leg is in front and that isn't hitting your gluteus medius. You're getting more of the hip flexor, TFL, not what we want to focus on. Now this side hip muscle is notorious for being weak, especially on women, causing a lot of issues, and in particular one that a lot of people don't understand or realize is knee tracking. We need this to be strong for those knees of ours to track in the right direction when we bend them. One more. Woo! So, if you've ever been to physio for knee pain, they might have pushed down on your leg and done a muscle testing drill, and that's testing your glute med strength. Now let's bring the knees in. Knees stacked, feet stacked. Keep the feet together, lift the top knee only. Same thing, lean forward a little bit. Woo! And now we got a clam. Oh yeah, booty band, optional. For those of you that opted out, smart move. Holy cow. Oh, come on, PJ. I gotta go play tennis in 30 minutes. This will be fun. Oh, whoever I'm playing against is at a definite advantage. When we're completed this, we have the final exercise for this side of the hip, and we're gonna go on all fours. Time. All fours for me. Please remember which leg was on top. That's gonna keep working. Knees underneath the hips, wrists under the shoulders, fingers spread, grip the mat. Good. Now I want you to come down on the opposite forearm, line it up with the front of your mat, and now fire hydrant away. So again, we haven't changed the working leg. I like dropping down on the opposite forearm. I find that I just feel more supported. If this is where you prefer to be at, go for it, okay? Play around with it. It's actually not going to change the muscle activation. It's It's more of a comfort thing. Last 15 seconds, and then we've got the other side. Time. All right, other side. Whew. I am done. This is awesome. I'm very happy. This is a good workout. If I don't say so myself, top leg pushes back. We're in what? That hip extension, right? Lead with the heel so we get the glute med fired up and lift. I was actually really excited to film this because I had a lot of fun programming this workout. So I knew then that it was a winner. When I'm excited to get down here and start filming for you. Now, if you hear some hammering, because I just did, loving husband, doing some handyman work, doing what he does best, so please just ignore the hammering. Oh, wow. All right, knees bent, feet together. We're going to keep those feet together. Knees are forward of the body, but now we're still going to lean forward a little bit, okay? So we're not rolled back, we're still forward. Let's keep those feet together. 3, 2, 1, lift. Now, another thing that this weak gluteus medius can do too is cause low back pain. That happened to me when I started running again. So I added some more glute med work into my weekly routine and I can now run pain-free. So the rehab part and the prehab part of our workouts are super important. Time. All right, so remember which leg is on top. That's still going to be your working leg. Gun on all fours. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. The opposite arm, come onto the forearm, lined up at the top of your mat. 3, 2, 1, and open. And it's funny, my low back pain when I ran would refer into my glute. So I actually thought it was my glute to begin with, and it wasn't. Low back, glute, and then it was due to weak outer hip muscles. Stephanie, who's our physio on Over 50 Fitness, she's got great videos. She's also my personal physiotherapist, so she figured that out pretty darn quick, and I fixed it up. So please don't hesitate to go to a physiotherapist, even for one session, to get a proper assessment. Let's do one more, you guys. Whew, time. Holy moly. All right. My hips are alive now. How about you? Alive or dead? Fine line. All right, let's do some stretches and we will feel 100% once we get those stretches. If you have the yoga block, bring it close by. We'll use it. If you don't have it, don't worry. All right, let's start with a outer hip stretch as well as a deep glute stretch. Left ankle over right thigh. This may be enough of a stretch for you. If you want to proceed to a figure 4, you can. Lining that right knee up with the outside of the right shoulder. Back of the neck is long, head is on the ground. So if you're quite tight, your head may lift off, at which point I want you to place something under your head, your yoga block, pillow. Build the ground up so that we don't stress the neck. If you want to close your eyes, go for it. This is your time just to get your breathing back, your core temperature lowered, because I'm sweating hard myself, and to just feel darn good about the work that you just did. Foot to ground, other side. Here we go. Bring it in. Oh, hello, hip. Now we're lining that left knee up with the outside of the left shoulder. Just so you know how amazing you are, very few people in the world push play and work out by themselves in their living room. So I think you need to celebrate that you pushed play today. Whether or not you felt amazing in the workout, I hope you did, but maybe you didn't sleep last night and you didn't feel like you did your best. I still want you to pat yourself on the back. There are people, millions of people, that would wish and hope that they were as self-motivated as you are to push play. Here we go, foot down, arms out, lined up with the shoulders, palms up, feet mat width apart. We're going to drop the knees to your left. Don't worry, those of you with osteo, this isn't a deep twist. You can go for it. And then if you do want to take it deeper, so my osteo people, stay here. Take that left foot, hook it on the outside of the knee, and right knee, and turn your gaze to the right fingertips. Now here's the thing though. All of you push play not because of motivation. Because motivation, it's super fickle. It's always high whenever we start something new and quickly wanes. And before you know it, that dentist appointment, you're doing your dentist appointment, but you skip your workout, But what you've done is you've created this as a habit into your life. So you have the dentist appointment, and you're like, okay, well then I just do a 15-minute workout then. Or I go for a walk on my lunch instead of a full workout. Release, other side, knees stay here, or if you can take it deeper, other foot outside of the left knee now. Turn your head, gaze to the left fingertips. So that's what keeps us going, is the habit. And the habit is built, for those of you on Over 50 Fitness, through the workout calendars, because we've taken the decision fatigue out for you. You just wake up, push play, or whatever time of day you work out, you just push play. The second thing that helps maintain a habit is having a community support and cheer you on. Over 50 Fitness is a prime example of how a successful online community works. Everybody is there to help each other. So you've got the tools, you got the community, so you just do it. It's part of your life. So bravo. Come to center. If you've got that yoga block, lift the hips up, place it just under your tailbone. So you don't want it above your waistband, you want it below the waistband. If you don't have the yoga block, just lie flat, left leg extends, right knee pulls into chest. With the yoga block pressing your hips up, you're going to get a little bit more of a stretch in the front of the hip of that left side. Release, other side. So this workout went a little longer than what I was hoping, but I really wanted to give you a nice stretch at the end. So thank you so much for joining me. And if drop set training was new to you, I hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you that have been training with me for a while, this is, as I mentioned, a great way to break through plateaus and continue your strength journey. Lift the hips up, roll to your side, press up into a seated position. So thank you for joining me. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and have a fabulous rest of your day, and wish me luck at tennis. Bye.